Welcome to Fat 50 and Running a Marathon, a channel dedicated to health, diet, fitness, and goal achievement. I'm your humble host, Topher, and I hope that you'll like this video, subscribe to the channel, and more importantly, weigh in with your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. On the Monday video, I said we'd be talking about prayer and meditation this week, and I want to start this video as well as Friday's video off the same way I started the Monday video, and that is with a small disclaimer. Let me say straight out that I am not here to endorse or denigrate anyone's religion or spiritual beliefs. So let's just start with that. I'm not promoting any religion. I'm not promoting any spiritualism. I'm simply suggesting that there has been evidence that would demonstrate that there is benefits to both prayer and meditation in both mental health and physical health. But take that for what it's worth. Okay, now that we've established that, let's talk about how the two are related. Both prayer and meditation require a great deal of focus for those who are unfamiliar with it. Those who have prayed or meditated over a great deal of time, it can become second nature. I remember reading years ago about, and I think it's even mentioned in a J.D. Salinger short story, about monks who said the Lord's Prayer constantly, when they were not speaking, and then when they were engaging with other people or doing other things, it was so second nature that it was going on in their head the entire time. I've also read once that the Dalai Lama claims that before he gives a public speech, he starts meditating, and he does not stop meditating until the speech is over. So these are cases of where prayer and meditation become second nature, but for most of us, they require a little bit of focus, especially in the very beginning. Now, something that I have noticed is that all religions seem to have prayer, but some of them prohibit or at least discourage meditation. And that's not all of them, that's just some of them. And once again, if your religion prohibits meditation or discourages it, then I'm certainly not trying to tell you to go against your principles. I'm simply here to discuss some of the benefits that each of these things have created, with this video being specifically focused on prayer. Now, for the purposes of this video, I want to make my own operational definition. Everybody's going to have their own version of prayer. For me, and what I'm going to say here now is that I believe prayer to be a mortal talking to a god or gods or to an intermediary. That intermediary could be the angels, it could be the saints, it could be the orishas, it could be any number of things. But in the end, it is a mortal trying to talk to a supernatural entity, and that's what divides it from meditation. Meditation is usually more self and soul focused, as opposed to prayer, which is where someone's trying to communicate. Now, I looked into the work of Dr. David Rosmarin, who is an assistant professor of psychology at Harvard Medical Center, but more importantly, he's the director of spirituality and mental health at MacLean Hospital in Belmont, Massachusetts. And he has some very interesting things to say about prayer. First off, he says something that probably comes as no surprise to any of us, and that is that prayer really only works if you believe it's going to work. If you pray specifically with the thought in your head that this is pointless, this is going nowhere, these are words going out into the ether that nobody's ever going to hear or pay attention to, then you're probably not going to have a great deal of benefit from the power of prayer. He also says that it has been seen that in his work he has seen prayer help with depression, anxiety, and other mental illnesses. Now, because he is specifically involved with spirituality and mental health, that is the basis of it. It's the benefits of prayer and mental health. Maybe sometime down the road we'll do a video talking about the benefits of prayer and physical health. But for these videos, we're going to talk about how it helps mental health, or for this video in specific, since Friday's video is about meditation. He has, as I said, it's seen it help with anxiety, depression, and other mental illnesses. He said it's very difficult to study for a variety of reasons. First of all, it's difficult to get a large group of the uninitiated, people who previously did not pray together, who are willing to pray and then be part of a study. He says it's difficult to study or even do brain scans because, one, many people pray out loud, and two, many people pray while doing other things, moving around. So that makes it difficult for his study. However, so most of his study has been based upon his own personal research and work with patients. He does say this: if you want to start praying and you're not exactly sure how to start, he says consider that you're going to call an old friend you haven't spoken to in years and you need to catch up. that's how he suggests, if you are looking to start praying, to do so. To imagine that you're going to pray to, whether it's a god or, like I said, one of the intermediaries. I actually knew a roller girl back in when I was a non-skating official back in Las Vegas for roller derby, who said that her god was the universe. She used to thank it. She used to ask it for help. She used to praise it. She said the universe was her god. So, spirituality takes on many different forms. Prayers don't necessarily have to be to God for that very reason. But anyway, Dr. Rosmarin suggests that if you want to start praying, imagine that you're getting on the phone with somebody you haven't spoken to in years and you just need to catch up. There was a 2005 study done by the Journal of Behavioral Medicine in which they took a group and they split the group in half, and half of the group they asked to meditate. This is the correlation between meditation and prayer, using a secular statement such as, I am love. The other group they asked to meditate using a spiritual mantra such as God is love. Well, when all was said and done, they found that the spiritual group had a greater decrease in anxiety, stress, and depression. They found that the spiritual group had a more positive attitude, and kind of surprising to me, they had twice as much tolerance for pain as the secular group. So again, that's just one study. Take it for what it's worth. But there are many, many books out there. There are many studies out there discussing the value of meditation. Some of them incorporate prayer. I believe there's even a book known as The Power of Prayer, and talking about the benefits of prayer. So again, prayer is going to work for you primarily if you believe it's going to work for you. It is not necessarily specific to any one religion, faith, God, intermediary, supernatural entity, what have you. Spirituality means different things for different people. So in the end, I just want to suggest that if you're looking to improve your mental health, maybe look for clarity, consider the possibility of praying or meditating, and of course we will go over meditation in the Friday video. So I hope you'll come back for that video, and remember, only by taking care of ourselves first are we capable of taking care of others. Thanks for watching. Topher.